Hey, and welcome to the Grizzled Geologist Podcast. I brought my friend Taylor Bartholomew back. We're going to discuss a product that she's involved with. But before we get started, I just wanted to remind everybody that I'm a consultant. She's a consultant. We're both looking for work. On my end, I'm starting to kind of fill up, but don't hesitate reaching out. Taylor is looking. She's got a really wide skill set. She's picked up some software that she can use, and she's going to talk about that a little bit at the end. But Taylor, she is basically working with the company. I just needed to look down at my notes really quick. They've got this high resolution imagery captured by drone that gives you a 2D and 3D database that they use AI to extract attributes from. She's going to talk all about it. I got a little bit lost the first time through, but I think I'm on the same page now. Hey, listen, I've used, back when I was in school, we did a lot of remote sensing work. When I first left school, and anytime I've worked in mining, we've contracted quite a bit of remote sensing. And this is what this sounds like to me, is that you have a band, so visible light, there's a lot more things coming off of the earth than just the visible light that we see. And when you collect that entire band of light with these sensors, there's actually a lot of information that you can gather from that. And when it's highly geospatially accurate, you can go a long way. So Taylor, why don't you take it from here? Give a quick introduction to who you are, and then let's get to this.
Taylor Bartholomew. I'm happy to be here again. Thank you so much, Keith. Geologist, I've worked offshore, onshore, kind of variety of assets in the lower 48. I was introduced to this software platform with the company that I am consulting for now in the role of infrastructure specialist, solution specialist, helping, use this software, apply solutions, helping companies find better solutions, more efficient. I hate that word. More streamlined, so overused.
What do you do? It's all about cutting costs.
Yeah, cutting time, cutting costs. But, in the sense of efficiency, there also is a personnel bandwidth. Everyone's working on multiple things for the most part. And so that's a big gain there in ROI. So I was introduced to this software, like I mentioned at my last company. And my goal when it came to the asset planning and surface planning was to integrate this alongside GIS, like within the GIS. You mentioned remote sensing. I did too in college. And this is, it's just GIS. It's different. Sure. It's more live. It's active. The resolution is higher. And you're having continual...
Not a satellite in space.
Yeah, it's the drone technologies. It's flying on the daily and collecting more aerial coverage, whether it be by choice or if an operator is, hey, we have an AOI, we need this area flown. And so if your area or you have assets that happen to be in that area, that data is already there. You get to just live feed it into the systems you already have, which is great. No company is having to change the way they do things, change complete systems. And it really does pull everything together, whether you're doing Seisware, Kingdom, Geographics, GIS, and all cloud-based. You're pulling it, and anybody using any of those platforms can pull this data and this surface data and look at attribute extractions, which is where the AI bit comes in. And so it's not just a still monitoring AI extraction of example leak detection. You can measure it down to centimeters. You can do comparisons for like site changes. I know a lot of the U.S. government's using it for many reasons, but also more so I've heard down in Texas, down here in Wimberley and Kerrville, looking at that. And so would it be, say there'd be a flood near a pad site, or say you are a oil field services company and there's some sort of storm, some sort of natural disaster, and you have equipment outside. Well, what if stuff's blown away? How can you detect that? You're looking at the site, but then it can also go down and do site inventory and read FID tags.
Yeah. So this is, again, yeah, so that's a very interesting point. So, right, and it just kind of clicked for me. Right, it's high resolution imagery, but it is a live feed. And so as long as you're out there collecting data, you're going to be able to see these changes. And so is that part of where do they decide where to deploy these drones?
So it's a matter, I think it's both. It's a matter of operator or company. Hey, I need this area. Okay, cool. We'll go fly it.
And then there's part where they just go out and start collecting data, knowing that people are going to want to come and get it.
Right now it's about quarterly updates. If there is something that is of magnitude or an operator requests, like deploy, get that, compare.
Okay.
And while it comes to, say, you're planning a field, you do this, you're not having to go visit individual sites and stake and look at this versus that, and then go back again and check. Or what if you have to move it? It can do gain and fill. You can move it around. You can adjust it over, compare, contrast the measurements, actually overlay your pad into it and see if it actually works there versus, say you have a production site, you have a night foreman on every pad. Well, why don't you have one guy for 3 pads that are within proximity, and you're looking
Just
at
monitors it
this
digitally
data.
or whatever.
Yeah, it's like, hey, we're seeing a leak because of a computer software. Let's go check it. But then you can kind of measure it, look at it. Same thing with offshore. It's huge for anomaly and leak detection. That the smaller the leak, it means you got there sooner. The sooner the response, the less the cleanup, the less the cost, the less regulatory. So it really does impact multidisciplines when it comes to full asset and full, even field, like I said, service companies application.
Well, you had mentioned that you went to ERTech this year, and something about that kind of made you think about, really wanting to apply this. We're doing stuff in the subsurface, but you're seeing what this type of data can do for our field development planning.
Yeah, and that's why I watched your cast with Jeff Hughes. He was talking about data integration for well optimization, and totally agree with him. And that resonated with me because I thought about ERTech, and I saw tons of automated product development to help with completion, subsurface evaluations, even before you've even planned completions. But there's a gap when you're looking at surface.
Yeah. Okay.
You can do it quick and dirty, and yes, but I've always been one of those sweat the small stuff kind of people. And so taking the time to look at that, but you're also gaining time by not having to wait on a site visit or wait on somebody going to the site for you, or maybe something happens and the person that's supposed to go to the site has to go over here. It's more in-house that you can go further with less steps to help drive initiatives and company goals.
Very good. So basically what you're doing here is that people can reach out and get in touch with you, but you've got a product here that you work with a group and you can help them market this. And this is a handy, very kind of cutting edge way to integrate your field planning using, kind of the latest and greatest technology. So you've got this package, and then you were telling me that you've kind of been in touch with Seisware and ZoneVu, and you might have some, availability in some software that you're working with. What are you doing there, and what's that all about?
Yeah, great question. I've had some independents and other companies reach out and having questions about step outs from assets kind of across the lower 48. And so I have access to Seisware. They have a great field planning tool. Instead of sitting there laying sticks, you can watch for buffer zones, you can set offsets, and that's integrated into the Seisware software now. And so I'm working with that and contracting for an independent to use this AI software with their field planning and development in conjunction with ZoneVu, which I'm so thankful for them, got access last week to kind of also do the subsurface planning and the mapping within all of that, and figuring out and working those workflows on how to make everything talk together to get this company what they need.
That's awesome. Well, one thing I can say about that is that there's something to be said about the people that make their software available to people that, don't have the means to go big on everything and will work with you to be able to make it happen.
Yeah, for sure.
That's really important to a lot of us. And I just want to say that it doesn't go unnoticed. Well, that's really cool. Do you have any final thoughts? We're going to go ahead and wrap this one up.
No, just big thanks. Love what you're doing. And I can see it's paying off and taking off, and wish you the best with it. It's going to go great.
Thanks a million. There's really good things coming for you, Taylor. There's good things coming for me. There's good things coming for all of us. And with that in mind, to all you people that just crazily start a podcast, try and figure it out and keep going. We'll catch you soon.
You have to work for it. Don't be crazy. And work for your money.